All right, hello and welcome back to Probably Shouldn't Be Recording This, episode 24. I am your host, Josh Love. I have missed you guys. It has been, I think, about 2 weeks since I've last recorded. But to be truthful, I did record an episode twice, but I did not like how it turned out, so I deleted both of those because it just didn't feel like me. It just felt kind of forced. Like I had to do a podcast, and I always joke I got 13 listeners. But still, um, those listeners that, tune in and listen deserve good content. So I'm not just going to be the kind of person that just puts out content because I have to. Because honestly, I don't have to. This is something I have done for myself, and I have really enjoyed what it has brought me as far as like how it makes me feel. So if I complete something and I'm not completely satisfied with it, I'm going to delete it and try again, just because I want to make sure that when I do put something out, that it's good. So here I am back for the first time in a couple of weeks. I'm almost through my first week of work back from being on leave for a month and a half. And would you know that staying up until 2 in the morning every day of your leave is going to set you behind if you go back to work and your start time is midnight. So it's been quite an adjustment, but I think I'm getting there. Usually it takes me about a week to kind of readjust. So I just finished up on Friday and headed home for a little bit, and I gotta go pick up my kid from work, and then I'm gonna go to sleep. Uh, but it feels really awesome being back at work. I never thought I would be so excited to get back to work, but I am the kind of person that does not do well with idle time. I get lost in my own head, and I start, thinking about stuff that I shouldn't be thinking about. My brain just being an asshole. Um, but yeah, I've been back for 3 days now, and it took my first couple of days. I'm going to tell you, I was not doing the best. I was making a lot of mistakes, uh, forgetting parts of my job. But today was a good day. I felt really good about my performance today. So I feel like it's only going to get better. So that is, um, yeah, the recovery. The recovery has gone honestly much better than I expected. Of course, I have to put it against the last time I had surgery, and that didn't go well. So this is going much better. My restriction now is that I can't lift anything heavier than 10 pounds. Luckily, I work at a job where I don't have to worry about that. I think the heaviest thing I would have to lift is like 12 pounds, but I have plenty of helpful people at work that'll move stuff for me if I need something picked up. And in about 2 weeks from now, I should be back to full strength. I go see my surgeon for my checkup on Monday. I'll be really curious to see what he says. But I feel like I'm doing good. The incisions spots don't hurt anymore. One of the incision spots is already the scab is already starting to peel off. So I'm taking that as a good sign. Because for the most part, my body does heal pretty well. So yeah, but a big shout out to my wife for the the amazing help she was for the full week after I had my surgery. I apparently we had a full blown conversation on the way home from the doctor that I don't remember because I was still so high on drugs, or anesthesia, really. I was still so high on the anesthesia, I don't remember the full conversation we had or the stuff we watched when I got home. So that was kind of funny. He's like, wow, you don't remember anything? I said, not a single thing. So, but she was amazing. It's, honestly, it makes going through this kind of stuff so much easier when you have incredible support at home. And, yeah, I mean, she's my rock. She's my, she's my everything. So I do not know what I would do if I did not have this woman. I mean, I definitely outkicked my coverage. She's a good person. She's super kind, caring, smart. She's such a badass crocheter. It's I did good. I did good, and I have to remind myself that when uh, when my brain starts being an asshole, uh, that she does love me and she wants to be here because she is also very much the type of person that she didn't want to be, she would not be. Like I went into our relationship knowing that she was already a mom of 3 kids. She didn't need me. She's been doing it for years. She didn't need me. She allowed me to be in her in the kids' lives. And I don't take that shit for granted because I know she doesn't need me. On the opposite spectrum, I definitely fucking need her. She and these kids have given me purpose. So, when I was off work for a month and a half on leave, even though I was getting paid because Colorado is an awesome state to live in, I know I was getting in my head that I'm not contributing enough. I need to do more. And then when I would try and do more, she would tell me in a nicer way, sit the fuck down. You are recovering from surgery, or you are not supposed to be doing anything strenuous. Sit down. I got it. Don't worry. And the amount of ease it puts me at knowing that I have a partner like that, it's pretty incredible. Uh, which always makes me laugh about, because I know, all marriages aren't like this, and it's not all sunshine and roses all the time. Don't get me wrong. I can be a lot to handle. She can be a lot to handle. Everybody has their moments where they're just like, what the fuck? But my own personal opinion on marriage is not one of sadness, anger. You know, the way that marriage gets portrayed in a lot of media is it's laughable to me because it's always the opposite of what I have experienced. Even though I've seen my parents get divorced, I've seen my mom in utter shit relationships, and so I know both things can be true, but it's just I wish more people in the media, whether it's television or movies, would portray marriage as like kind of this awesome thing where you're just linked together with your best friend and you just go through life and you take on what life brings, but you know that you're never going to do it alone because you have a partner. So yeah, that's my big shout out to my lovely, amazing wife, Rebecca. Thank you so much, honey. I know you don't listen to this, but I'm still gonna thank you anyway. Um, so that's the update for my health and being back at work. You know, one last thing I wanted to talk about, and I kind of talk about it on this podcast a lot, is the state of this country. Uh, on March, I think 28th, there was another No Kings process, a No Kings protest, and the figures came in, and over 8 million people all decided to go out on a Saturday afternoon and protest together. It was one of the largest recorded protests in the history of the world. So if that doesn't tell you that there are so many more people like you. If you are frustrated and pissed off what's going on in this country, that Saturday proves that you are not alone. And I really do feel like people are motivated to make sure that some change happens. And it's a beautiful thing to see. It's like the optimism that had left me is slowly creeping back in. And I'm very okay with that because I'm an optimist by nature, but, with things the way they are, you can't help but be downtrodden a little bit and, kind of feel hopeless. But there's things that I see on a daily basis where it gives me hope. The thing I really wanted to touch on, uh, that's been kind of bugging me lately, is people using religion to treat people poorly, whether that's because of your sexual orientation or the color of your skin or, gender specifically is a big one. Like people that have issues with trans people. Um, if you use your religion to validate why you don't like a certain race or sexual orientation, or you're not religious, you're just an asshole. Because I like to refer to those people that do that as rhinos, which is an acronym for religious in name only. I know it also stands for Republican in name only, but I use it in the religious sense because it's everything I know about religion, none of it teaches hate. So if you are sitting there calling yourself a religious person, but then at the same time going out of your way to hate somebody because they're gay, they're black, Hispanic, uh, if they're trans, that's the big one right now. If you go out of your way to hate somebody because they're different, then you are not, by definition, a religious person. You're just an asshole. And I just need to get that out there. I'm not shitting on religion. I get that some people, it's needed. Some people, it's changed people's lives, and that's awesome. I'm also an atheist, so I don't want religion shoved down my throat while you try and force your values on other people. So you can miss me with all the Jesus God stuff. Like, that's not going to have any effect on me. But I'm not going to go and tell you that you're stupid for being into religion, whether you're Catholic, Christian, Muslim, Hindu, anything. That's your right as a human being. So yeah, that's my little spiel on religious people using their religion to justify being assholes. It's like, you're not religious, you're just a dick. Um, Another thing that is making me laugh, I literally, uh, as you guys know, I write a little sticky note with like 3 topics I want to hit on. One of the ones I wrote on here is literally, it just says Trump equals bad. and it's stemming from a few things. One of the things being, um, he just signed this executive order to, I can't remember the exact language, but it's to get rid of mail-in voting. Mind you, this motherfucker voted by mail in the last primary in Florida. He voted by mail in the primary. I'll say it again. He voted by mail. in the last primary. He voted by mail in the last presidential election. This is a process that he uses. The only reason he's trying to get rid of it is because he's scared. Because he knows that people are getting sick of his fucking shit. And if he can somehow control mail-in voting and get rid of it, he feels like he's going to keep his stronghold in the House, in the Senate. And I just, this executive order is going to get shot down in the courts. One. Two, I think the pendulum has swung so far in the other direction that even if mail-in voting goes away, people are highly motivated to get some change. So people, I think, it's not going to happen, but if mail-in voting goes away, people will literally, on the day of voting, get up and go to the polling place, call out of work, and make sure that their vote gets done. Make sure that their vote gets counted. Because he has fucked this country up so bad in not even 2 years that it's, I wish I could say it's astounding, but anybody with a brain that leans left knew this would happen. We all said it would happen. Kamala Harris said everything that she said would happen is literally happening right now. And it's just, like I said earlier, I'm gaining hope by the day. And it's burned me already a couple of times, but just the way that I'm seeing things go, I have faith that we will bring change come November in 2026 in the midterms, when I believe with my whole heart that the Democrats will take back the House. I'm not sure. I don't think as many Senate seats are up in 2026, so I don't think there's a chance that that changes too. But, the minute that House changes back to Democrats, Trump's not going to be able to pass shit, which in turn makes him a lame duck president, which in turn makes it 2 years of unproductiveness, and hopefully that the war ends, the war with Iran ends, because it never should have been started in the first place, and it's making him look worse and worse. It's making red-blooded Americans that have lived here their entire lives side with Iran. And Iran's president released a 4-page letter to the citizens of the U.S., to the people of the United States, and basically was just saying, how are you guys putting up with this? And it went against Trump's little speech for the war against Iran, and where he looked like a total asshole, total buffoon, like he is. He's a mumbling, bumbling, senile, old piece of shit, racist, xenophobic, homophobic. Just, he's like the worst person on the planet. And I know people that listen to my podcast know that's how I felt about this man for many years. So if you're new to the podcast, that's my feelings on Trump. I will continue to state those feelings about him. If you do not agree with me, that is your right, and that's okay. But you're probably not going to enjoy my podcast. So, and gosh, I had another thing that came to mind while I was ranting that I wanted to touch on, but I think I might have to wait and do that next week. But yeah, thank you guys for being patient. I know it's been a while since I've recorded a podcast and posted it. I thank you for your patience. You guys give me something to look forward to every Friday. So I want you guys to know that while there may be 14, 15 of you, it's fine. I appreciate every damn single one of you. And that is going to do it for this episode. I hope everybody has a good weekend. If you go anywhere, be safe and make sure you go with love. I got to find my phone, so I make sure I end this podcast. Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, if you have to go anywhere, make sure you stay safe. Happy Easter to those that celebrate. And yeah, we'll talk soon, guys. Love you. Bye.